Hello there everybody, welcome back to the YouTube channel of JJ Prime Reviews! So, there will be no figure reviews today, I'm very sorry, but we are doing something new today. We're going to do something very new on this channel, so we are going to do a recap of the Studio Series line, let's try that again. We're going to do a recap of Wave 1 of Studio Series, and this is going to be very exciting because we're going to recap on all the figures that were included in the first wave of Studio Series. So let's get down to the review table and let's get it on with the recap. So let's go! Okay, so we are on the table right here. So if you guys do not know what Studio Series is a Transformers movie toy line where where Hasbro gives us screen accurate versions. Well, not all of them are pretty screen accurate. Some of them are minor repaints that are kind of useless to us, like KSI Sentry, Shadow Raider, Thundercracker, and yeah, and others and other repaints. Well, for me, I have collected a lot of the Studio Series figures. I collected almost every Studio Series figure from Wave 1 to Wave 12. Well, not all of them, but because I missed some repaints. But those repaints are the ones that I don't really want to get because they're not even, they're pointless to me. So yeah, I love the Studio Series line. I love what Hasbro is doing with these characters, and they're so much better than the original 2007 figures and the Revenge of the Fallen figures. No doubt, that is completely facts. Because I don't see how the older figures are better than the Studio Series figures. There's no way. If you transform these figures with no carefulness, or you don't transform them carefully, then that's your problem, not mine. So, but if you intend to break these figures while transforming them, then that is your problem. So yeah. but yeah, let's begin with the recap. So from Wave 1, what did we get from Wave 1? So let's start with the deluxes first. So number 1 of Studio Series, we got the old Camaro Bumblebee, and I mean, I really love this figure. I love the look of this robot mode. It looks so much better than the original 1967 Camaro Bumblebee figure from oh wait, maybe not 1967, was it 1967? And 1976. Oh, it's a 1976 Camaro. Whoops. So yeah, this robot mode is so screen accurate, and it's way better looking than that piece of garbage, the original 2007 1976 Camaro Bumblebee. So yeah, that figure did not look good at all. This one looks so much better, and it's more indicative of what we saw in the movie, and that's what I like about this figure. It's very screen accurate, and yeah, and of course it does have some issues, the roof popping off. I never had a problem with this because I know there's the Clunker Bumblebee that had a pin, but it's fine for me because I never pop it off. I'm very careful with the transformation. So yeah, it's quite hilarious that you have the other arm stored in the back, stored in the butt, and he's scratching his own butt. So that is pretty hilarious. But yeah, I absolutely love this figure. I wanted a figure of the old Camaro Bumblebee, and I finally got it. So yay! I'm very happy about this. So there you have, and also the the cannon is actually a nice touch. I love how you can actually switch from cannon to the original forearms. That's pretty cool. Yeah, and also the vehicle mode looks really good. The vehicle mode looks pretty screen accurate too. So yeah, I definitely like this figure a lot. So there you have the 01 Bumblebee. So number 2 of the Studio Series Wave 1, we got Decepticon Stinger, and yeah, it's a really well done figure in my opinions. Yeah, the robot mode, pretty screen accurate. I do have some qualms with this figure. I do have some minor issues with this figure, like the paint is kind of bare the head, but it's okay, it's fine. I mean, I like how they did this figure because the transformation is pretty interesting. I do quite like the tricks of the transformation, and the backpack is much more screen accurate. Even the vehicle mode is very screen accurate because we finally got a Stinger that actually transforms into a proper Pagani vehicle mode. So that's pretty cool because the original one did not transform into a Pagani. It transformed into a repainted version of the 2014 Camaro mode for Bumblebee. So from Age of Extinction. So I'm glad the Studio Series gave us this Stinger figure because we finally got a Stinger that actually has the screen accurate vehicle mode. I love that, so that's pretty cool. And this section right here, that's accurate actually, because that's supposed to replicate, you know, the arm cannon, so that's pretty cool. I do quite like that, so that's very, very cool on how they did that. So yeah, very, very clever, very, very clever. So yeah, so there you have the Studio Series Decepticon Stinger. And now number 3, we got Decepticon Crowbar, and I love this figure. I really, really, really dig this figure. It's literally my favorite Dread figure of all time. It just looks so screen accurate. This is literally Crowbar in all his glory, and I absolutely love it. And the vehicle mode also is really well done, in my opinion. I absolutely love this figure. So yeah, I was really excited when I got this figure for the first time. And the only Crowbar I had back in the day was the Dark of the Moon Cyberverse Legion class Crowbar that didn't even transform into an SUV. So yeah, I mean, it's a fun figure, but that one was not that screen accurate, and I'm glad the Studio Series gave us a proper Crowbar figure. And it's literally an extensive remold of the crankcase figure from the last night. So yeah, you can't even see like the parts that they share. For obviously they share the wheels, but yeah, they don't even share any parts at all. It's just very, very minimal in terms of sharing parts. But yeah, so there you have Crowbar right there. Even the transformation is also very, very, very enjoyable. So yeah, these figures are definitely enjoyable to mess with. And the last deluxe that we got from the first wave of Studio Series is Autobot Ratchet. And no, well, I never had a problem with this figure. The only thing that kind of looks off is the backpack. But again, I don't even care about backpack, so I'm not even gonna complain. The other major complaint I have with this figure is the lack of paint on the arms and the head. But other than that, he still looks pretty good. He still looks pretty screen accurate. I do quite like him. So yeah, and he's enjoyable to mess with. The vehicle mode looks pretty good too, and the saw blade is really, really nice as well. So, but yeah, he's definitely nicely detailed all around. So I definitely like this new Ratchet from Studio Series. There was the Dark of the Moon repaint, but I never got that because it looks horrible. The lack of paint is just killing me. This one actually has more paint on the legs, so than the Dark of the Moon repaint. But yeah, it's a nicely done figure. It's just that, you know, if it was painted better, then it would have been a whole lot better. It would have been a perfect score. But yeah, it's still a decent enough deluxe figure. So alright, so now let's raise up the camera a little bit more, because we are going to move on to the Voyagers of this first wave of Studio Series. So hold on. So now number 5 of Studio Series, we got Optimus Prime. Now this figure ain't bad, it's just that the chest kind of looks off a bit. So yeah, this figure is not that bad. You know, he has a lot of paint here and there. He's pretty screen accurate, except for the chest. This doesn't look that screen accurate, but he's not that bad. You know, he's not a bad figure. He's really well done. You know, nicely painted, nicely detailed. The only thing I don't get is why they use the dark red instead of the normal red color that we always get from Optimus Prime. The blue is definitely perfect. The blue is perfect, but the red just kind of don't know why it's so dark. I know it's supposed to replicate the colors of when he died, but I don't care about the colors. I just want him to be actual red, not dark red. And the arm blades are pretty cool. You know, I love the arm blades. They're very nice and detailed, nice and screen accurate. I do quite like that. And yeah, the trunk mode is also pretty screen accurate. The smokestacks kind of, they're too tiny, but I don't care. So yeah, but yeah, it's a nicely detailed figure, nicely done figure. So definitely one of my you know, it's not my favorite Optimus Prime toy, but definitely one of my likings, you know, of Optimus Prime. So one of the figures I like to enjoy to mess with, because he's definitely fun to mess with. So yeah, so now the second Voyager that we got from the Studio Series line, number 6, is the Starscream. So we got Starscream here, and yes, I agree. This is basically an upscaled version of the Dark of the Moon Deluxe Starscream, but it's a really well done figure, I will say. I think this is my favorite movie Starscream figure that I own. I do have the Dark of the Moon Deluxe, but I haven't reviewed that yet, so expect a review of that for in the future. But I do like this figure. I really love this figure. You know, the robot mode looks so great. It looks so screen accurate. It's just so detailed and all around a really well done figure. And I love this weapon. I love this spiky thing he has. So that's pretty cool. And the transformation is actually really nice, enjoyable. So I definitely do quite enjoy this figure. I do love this figure a lot. So yeah, he's definitely one of the best Starscream figures that I've owned so far. So yeah, there you go. And also the jet mode is actually pretty screen accurate too. So yeah, the jet mode is really nice. Nicely designed, nicely detailed. So yeah, the jet mode on this guy is pretty good. So yeah, so far Studio Series has not, you know, disappointed me in this wave. So yeah, so now let's move on to the last and final two figures from the first wave of the Studio Series, and that is the Leader Class lineup. So the Leader Class figures, so number 7, of course, we got the big boy, Grimlock. So we need to raise up the camera a little bit more so we can actually see Grimlock. So there you go. So there you have Grimlock right here, and I absolutely love this figure. I don't care what you all say, I absolutely love this figure. Let me put these figures to the back a little bit more. There we go. So yeah, I love this Grimlock figure. It's so much better than the original Age of Extinction Leader Class Grimlock. It's like literally so much better, no question. Literally straight up facts. This one is so much more screen accurate than the original Leader Class Grimlock from Age of Extinction. I mean, I never had a problem with that figure, but the dynamo just looks too long. It just looks, It looks like a sausage. But this one, really well done figure. I love this figure so much. He's so detailed, so screen accurate, and I love it. Would I buy the DNA design kit for this figure? I kind of missed that DNA design kit, so I won't be able to get it. So I'm fine with the figure as it is, because you know he looks pretty good. Yeah, he looks awesome in this robot mode, and the Dino mode looks great as well. I mean, it's not a perfect Dino mode, but at least it looks more screen accurate than the original Leader Class Age of Extinction Grimlock. But yeah, I absolutely love this guy. He's definitely one of my favorite Studio Series figures to own. So yeah, pretty cool. I love this figure, and yeah, he's really big. He's freaking huge. He's huge. Anyway, but and that's to quote Emgo. So yeah, and the final figure that we got from the Studio Series Wave 1 is the Atlas Blackout. And oh my freaking goodness, I have been wanting a bigger version of Blackout, because the only Blackout that I got back in the day was the Dark of the Moon Cyberverse Commander class Blackout. I only got that one. I never got the original 2007 Voyager class Blackout, and when I saw pictures of their Studio Series Leader class Blackout, I was literally freaking out. I did not expect this figure to come out. I never expect this to be released in the first wave. I thought they would just release this in the future waves, but no, they released this in the first wave of Studio Series, and I absolutely love this figure. The robot mode looks so incredibly detailed. It's so incredibly screen accurate, and I absolutely love it. And the helicopter mode also looks so awesome. It's so big, and wow, I'm just amazed with this figure. I'm genuinely amazed. He even came with his little partner Scorponok. He even came with this guy, so that's pretty cute. I love this Scorponok. I love it. And you can technically, transform Scorponok like this. I guess that's his alt mode, and then you transform him back into his Scorpion mode. There we go. So yeah, it's a pretty cool addition to the first wave of Studio Series. So that's nice that he actually includes another figurine of Scorponok. I love it so much. And the transformation is The transformation is pretty much it's smooth. Sometimes the transformation can fight you a little bit, but once you know what you're doing, then it's actually getting more fun to mess. It's actually more fun to mess with. So yeah, I definitely do quite enjoy this figure. He's definitely pretty enjoyable figure to mess with in my book anyway. So yeah, so there you go. So there you have the whole Wave 1 of Studio Series figures, and yeah, these figures, they have amazed me, and I really enjoy these figures. They look awesome. They look so screen accurate. The only issues that I have with these two are the paint, and that's it. You know, that's pretty much it. Yeah, I absolutely love the Studio Series line. When after I finished off Wave 1, I decided, you know what? I'm not gonna finish off Studio Series with Wave 1. No. I'm gonna continue on collecting Studio Series, and I did. So yeah, expect more recap videos of future waves. Some of the waves I won't show all the figures because, you know, because I never got everything from each wave of Studio Series. So but yeah, I'll definitely do more recap videos of this line from Wave 2 onwards. So yeah, pretty cool. So far Wave 1 is definitely a successful wave of Studio Series. It's just, wow, it's just, these figures just amaze me, and it just, you know, it boils down to your opinion on these figures. You know, for me, I love these figures. You know, they're great to have in your collection. They're much more, you know, indicative of what we saw in the films, from Age of Extinction, from Dark of the Moon, from Revenge of the Fallen, and from the first movie as well. So yeah, we got a lot of nice screen accurate looking figures, and Hasbro did a great job with the Studio Series line. It just amazes me. It just amazes me. So that's why I'm sticking with this Studio Series line and not go back to the 2007 toy line, because I really don't want to get these. I really don't want to get those original 2007 figures, because I don't think they're worth having, because these are more worth it. These are more worth having in your collection. And but yeah. I have seen people breaking Stinger. I don't know how they break Stinger, but I never broken him. So if you break him, then you're probably doing something wrong. I don't know, but but yeah, these figures are absolutely amazing, and the biggest is Grimlock. I love that Grimlock. So overall, from Wave 1, I think my favorite figure from Wave 1 is that guy, is Studio Series Leader Class Grimlock. I absolutely love that figure. I absolutely love it. Favorite Voyager, definitely Starscream, and favorite Deluxe, I think it has to go with Bumblebee. So yeah, Bumblebee is my favorite Deluxe from the first wave of Studio Series. So yeah, really cool. So yeah, so that is pretty much it for my recap of Wave 1 of Studio Series. So I hope you have enjoyed this video, and also I would like to give a shout out to my buddy Brian, aka TFanPage 101. That's right, TFanPage 101. I would like to give him a shout out because he really inspired me to do these recap videos, and if you wanna, yeah, he's a really well done content creator, and after seeing his recap videos of, you know, certain toy lines or certain waves of these toy lines, I decided, you know what, I'm gonna take this idea and, you know, put it on my channel. It's gonna be an inspiration from TFanPage 101. So he really inspired me to do this recap thing on my channel, because I think it's gonna be very new, you know, very amazing for this channel, you know, because it's still growing. So we want to introduce some new things to the channel, and I think that's amazing. I think that is that's on the right track. So yeah, that's definitely on the right track. So so thank you, TFanPage 101, for inspiring me to do this. So yeah, so guys, if you haven't subscribed to TFanPage 101, I will provide the link to his channel in the description down below. Sorry. so yeah, his link to the link to this channel, TFanPage 101, will be in the description down below, so that you can actually check him out and go subscribe to him there. So because he's an awesome content creator, he's amazing. Man, what he does is just amazing. Yeah. So yeah, okay, so I think that is pretty much it for today's recap video of Wave 1 of Studio Series. So I hope you have enjoyed this review, blah, 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 blah. And this is my tongue malfunctions. I hope you have enjoyed this recap video. So if you have enjoyed this video, do me a favor and click that like button and slam dunk the like button. Give it a thumbs up. So thank you very much. I will appreciate that very, very much. So yeah. Okay, so I think that is pretty much it for me to say. So there you have the whole recap of Wave 1 of Studio Series, and this is JJ Prime signing off. Peace out! Yay!